Hey, all right, welcome back. I didn't even warn anybody. We started. We're in here. Listen,
That was frightening.
I need to apologize for last week's episode. 3 hours is a bit much.
I need everybody to know it could be like that.
It could be every time. And we limit ourselves mostly. The reason we did last week is because we had enough content to actually talk.
We had enough Skip Bayless talk to last 3 episodes.
That's fair. So what was supposed to happen was I was supposed to cut the episode into 2 parts, but I couldn't edit it that way, and instead of being lazy, next time we'll just start a new episode. So I apologize for the extra long episode. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's a doozy. Anyway,
if you're probably still listening to it right now.
When you get done and come to this one, hi,
hey,
welcome. You know, this is the Flexin podcast. This is what we do. Anyway,
you made it.
We start on generally with corrections.
Yep.
Okay. So last week we were talking about that stupid Bleacher Report basketball list.
Yep.
Yeah. Did we mention? I didn't hear it, but did we talk that Allen Iverson isn't on the list at all?
No, we didn't bring it up.
Okay.
We were so focused about who was on the list that we didn't even mention who was.
Allen Iverson's not on the list, and Manu Ginobili is 37. I need the guy from Bleacher Report. I need to have a talk.
I'm gonna tell you what. I would rather have Allen Iverson on there than James Harden.
100% of the time. Would you rather have Allen Iverson than Steph?
Yeah. Ask you a question. Put Steph on that 76ers team. Does he drag them to the... Not only does he drag them to the finals...
He gets a game.
Does he beat the Lakers?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. Case in point.
Bro, how is Allen Iverson at 48 or whatever?
Where do you rank him in your person?
Who?
Allen Iverson.
I don't know. He's not top 10.
Top 20?
He could be top 20. I could argue top 20.
Arguably top 25, right?
Yeah, for sure, easily top 25.
You know who isn't top 50? Manu Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili isn't even top 100. He might be top 100. That's aggressive.
How do you make the top 50, but you came off the bench most of your career?
How do you be a top 50 and have that giant bald spot in the back of your head?
But he smacked a bat. That's probably his career highlight.
Exactly.
Smacking a bat out of the air.
Yeah, and great. And you know what he had to do? Get rabies shots.
Here, let's not act like we didn't expect him to just bite the head off. Just go straight Ozzy Osbourne about it.
That would have been
I'd have been like,
believable.
Okay, he definitely has rabies now.
We're gonna get lost again if we don't. All right, the Steve Young. We were talking about him last week. You said he played.
Jalen Ramsey.
It was no, yeah. Where he played for.
Yeah,
that took a long time to get out. Anyway, he played in the USFL.
There
was
you
that
go.
other
yeah, league. That like lasted like 2 seasons.
Yes,
because they were paying people way too much.
Well, I mean, you know,
they were giving out like NFL contracts without NFL money.
Ooh. Well, see, the problem is you kind of need the money to get the contract. Anyway,
and it's hard to be in competition with the NFL. We're going to see here soon because they're bringing back the XFL.
Yes.
Hope they do it right this time.
They need to bring back they need to make the Hyper Bowl.
What is that?
All right, so you've got 2 fields.
No, and you're going to play like a plus sign?
Yes.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's awesome. I don't know how it would work.
See, you're worried about concussions now.
Anyway, so we've got a Would You Rather question.
Would you rather have a long, average playing career or have a short, fantastic career cut short by injury? So essentially, would you rather be Richard Jefferson or Derrick Rose?
Well, Derrick Rose is still playing. All right.
Richard Jefferson or like Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill?
Grant Hill played for a long time.
Yeah, but what was he after he got hurt?
Yeah, here's the thing. If you have a successful start to your career and you get out by injuries, it's always what if.
Yeah.
I would rather just play and, live out and do my stuff.
Plus, if you play long enough, they'll just let you in the Hall of Fame, right?
In basketball, for sure.
They just open the door like, hey, you feel like being in the Hall of Fame?
Come on in, fella.
Come on, sit down.
Scamp.
You little tyke.
Anyway, so I got a couple fun facts to do this week. Also, we both agree, play a long time, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's no... Because also
play 5 years or play 20.
Also, injuries suck. Like, I don't want to rehab. I'll be healthy, thanks. Okay, so, fun fact, right? So, the Brewers lost the opening wildcard game.
Yeah, I saw that.
The playing game, right? Every single pitch the Brewers threw, they had the lead until Washington hit a walk-off.
Did they hit a walk-off or did they hit a...
They hit
a go-ahead in the eighth?
A go-ahead in the eighth, and then Milwaukee didn't do anything in the ninth, game over. But every pitch Milwaukee threw, which sounds, like, special, but then I'm thinking about it, isn't every walk-off... Not necessarily you had the lead, but you could have.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't sound like an outrageous fact to me. So I went and I did some other searching for another fun fact. The Patriots. Since Tom Brady has been their quarterback...
Here we go.
So 20 years... Every single year except 3 had a top 10 scoring defense, meaning they've allowed it's points per game.
Yeah,
some people might not. So for 20 years, 17 out of the 20 they've had a top 10 scoring defense. In 40 playoff games, see we give Tom Brady all this credit, right? But in 40 playoff games, they've only allowed over 40 points like twice.
Was it both against Peyton Manning?
No. It was the one against the Eagles, and then there was one in a divisional round, I think. And the last thing was every single... in the fourth quarter of every Super Bowl... No. It was, in the fourth quarter of every Super Bowl, the Patriots are allowing less than a field goal.
That's insane.
So he gets all this credit for coming back, but his defense is keeping the games close.
It's it's easy to come back when your team's not allowing anything.
Right, and...
like, for instance, the Falcons, it was easy to come back 28-3 when the deficit didn't get any bigger.
Right.
It only got smaller.
So, anyway, I don't want to discredit Tom Brady or anything. Freaking goat. But anyway, like a sheep, not like greatest of all time. Anyway, so I think those are my fun facts for the week. Let's do some topics. What do you think?
I'm
stuff
ready.
To talk about. It is a podcast. We should probably talk about stuff.
Quarter of the way through the NFL season.
We are going to talk about that. So I think what we're going to do is, obviously, I was going to skip Bullshit Skip Bayless says this week, but then the Cowboys lost, and he did his thing. But anyway, we have a shorter-ish segment.
What do you think it's like to wake up as Skip Bayless every day?
It's not great.
Or it's the greatest thing of all time.
Correct. There's also a couple topics from last week we didn't get to. They ranked the top 10 shooters in the NBA in the last decade.
It was Clay number 49.
They also ranked the best 8 NBA games of all time, and I wanted to talk about a couple of those things. So there's some things here and there. Hopefully we can squeeze it all in, but I am going to cut us off if it gets too long, and I'll extend it because I don't want to edit that much again. You almost died. I almost didn't make it. But anyway, so first thing I want to start with is, Tom Brady last week against the Bills. 18 of 39, 150 yards and an interception. Do you think Stephen A is going to tell us Tom Brady can't throw?
No.
He had one bad game, right? Yeah, he said Lamar couldn't throw after one bad game against the Chiefs. That stuck in my craw a little bit because, Lamar's my guy. But anyway, I just wanted to say, shout out to you.
At least Lamar's exciting to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Brady is boring.
Because Lamar can do things... Oh, he missed the throw, but on the next play, he makes 2 defenders miss. You saw that play where he's rolling out to his left, stiff-armed the corner, stopped on a dime, and the dude flew in front of him, and then he got a first down on 3rd and 1. It was amazing. Yeah, good luck. Trying to find words, you can't. So,
hey, but you know what's good? When Tom Brady checks it down for the 3rd play in a row.
3rd play in a row. Come on, fella. 47th. All right, so on to our... Oh, I forgot. One more correction. The second AB accuser actually did accuse him of sexual assault. I was wrong on that. So I would like to apologize. She was accusing him of sexual assault. So
I haven't heard anything else about that.
I know that this week at the NFL office was trying to... They still haven't had a meeting with him, and he knows they're trying to meet with him.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you know why? It's because he probably did it.
And then he was on trial this week for... Not on trial. He went to a trial for... He was accused of... Not accused, but he destroyed his penthouse and threw all the furniture out down to the pool and almost hit a 2-year-old. He already paid for the damages, not to the 2-year-old, but they sued him, and he already paid for the 2-year-old stuff. They settled that. But the owner of the penthouse, which is $3,500 a month in rent.
So he doesn't
$35,000.
I was going to say, $3,500. He doesn't even see that.
No, $35,000 in rent. He trashed the place. The guy who owns it is suing him for that, obviously.
So while we're on him, did you see he set a record for the most grievances filed against the NFL?
Yeah.
It's 7.
Yeah. He's trying to get all his money back.
Does he?
Yeah.
Do you think
he's going to win some of them.
Yeah, okay.
He's going to win some of them.
He'll probably get about half of what did they owe him, like $90 million or $60 million?
Probably, somewhere in there, 60. But, so the guy, he had to go to trial for the penthouse destruction. And the lawyer for the guy or the owner of the penthouse or whatever wrote and was like, AB was a belligerent child. He yelled and was cussing in the courtroom the whole time. You couldn't reason with him at all. Complete buffoon. Oh, good. That's what we needed. Anyway, I don't want to talk about AB anymore.
No, never mind. I don't have anything to say.
No, there's nothing to say. Hey.
I think you were onto something last week. I think he's becoming unhinged.
There's something
wrong with him. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
or maybe there's always been something wrong with him.
And it's just coming out.
We're just not
seeing
it.
Ryan Clark, he used to play for the Steelers and was teammates with AB for years. And when they were going to pay AB, he said, you cannot pay this guy. If you give him money, you are creating a monster. You can't. He's not the type of guy you give that kind of money to. And then they did, and this is what we got. Money makes you more. Money doesn't change you. It makes you more of what you already are.
True.
So,
it's like those rich people you see that always go broke.
Yep. Because they just don't know what to do with it.
Bad with money.
People who win the lottery don't know what to do with it. Anyway, we're going to get to our bullshit Skip Bayless says this week. There are other entries this week. Entrants. There are more people this week.
Entrees.
Like I said, I was going to try to cut it short, but then Skip kept talking. So we'll start with the Cowboys lost. So as you know, Skip was in his bag.
The Cowboys lost to a quarterback that hasn't started.
Correct, but his argument was, so we lost to Teddy Bridgewater, but so did Russell Wilson. So how are you going to say Russell Wilson's so amazing? Yeah, that team had 14 points off of a fumble return touchdown and a punt return touchdown. Without those 14 points, they don't win the game because the offense only scored 10.
Right. I mean,
I'm just saying there are other ways to win a game, and you didn't do any of those. The Saints found ways to win. Right. And the Cowboys didn't.
Yeah.
Now, that's nothing against Russell Wilson because he had like 400 yards passing that game. Dak had like 200. But anyway, we'll talk about it. We're going to get to it. So, off top, he says that it's Dak's team. He says that religiously, right?
It's supposed to be your quarterback's team.
Supposed to be your quarterback's team. He says he's worried about Zeke. He doesn't see the burst. He doesn't see all this stuff. He also says that he said, my thing is, Zeke, as Zeke goes, the Cowboys go. If Zeke's playing, the Cowboys are winning, right? Yeah. Okay. He says that's not true. He says, no, this is Dak's team, 100% Dak. Dak leads the team. Dak is the best. In the same breath, then blames Zeke for the loss.
Okay.
He says, well, Zeke didn't play well.
How many carries did he have?
18 for like 50 yards. It was like 1.9 yards per carry.
That's not great.
No.
Is it his fault or is it the offensive line's fault?
Offensive line got their asses kicked. And to be fair, that happens sometimes. But if you can't run the ball, you should throw the ball.
Right.
So the stat is Dak Prescott is 1-8 in games that Zeke does not rush for 75 yards. That game was the week 1 against the Giants this year that he won.
Trash game.
So
you could run for 75 yards against the Giants.
No, I couldn't. But I would try.
I believe in you.
Thanks, man. I would be murdered on the spot. They would tackle me and I would just
that
be
would
a
hurt
smear.
So bad. To get hit by an NFL player?
I'd probably just take one. I'm out.
I don't even want to take a hit from a college. You know what? I don't want to even get a hit right now from a high school player, let alone go all the way up.
It depends on the high school player. I'll go mess.
Like my high school, they still can't tackle to this day. Yeah.
So the other thing was he blames the fact that he said it's Dak's team. If Dak plays well, we win, and then immediately blames Zeke for the loss. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my mind. But then, so I'm going to link this for you guys to go watch. It's about 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the video. Shannon Sharp shows a highlight, 3rd and 2, crossing routes. I think it was a drag. Randall Cobb,
was a drag. It was
he's running a drag, right? You don't have to go far in a drag.
You go like 1 yard out.
Dak has a clean pocket. And
no, he's standing there.
He's just, it's
There's
wide
no
open.
pressure. There's no pressure.
He throws the ball behind Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb reaches back, can't make it. It would be a tough catch. If he catches it,
I don't think he gets a first down.
He wouldn't get a first down because he has to spin, right? And Skip says that was Dak's best throw of the night, and he was throwing it to lead him upfield.
No, he threw it behind him.
The receiver literally did a pirouette.
Yeah. It would have been more impressive if he would have caught it.
Right, than the throw.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally the easiest. I can go make that throw in that pocket right now, I'm not bullshitting.
Right now.
Like, that's real life. And
that's
he missed it.
That's a first down if I'm throwing the ball.
Right, he just missed it.
Cowboys, I'm taking calls. If you need a real quarterback.
Listen, Dak Prescott's like 6'2", 230 pounds.
I'm going to have to line up in punting formation to throw the ball, but it's fine.
Anyway, I'm just saying the delusions that this man
Oh,
has
for sure.
are unbelievable.
No, his biases.
Biases. We talked about this last week.
Biases.
It is multiple biases.
He allows them to blind him so heavily. As a sports commentator, you're allowed to have your favorites.
You have to.
But you also can't allow that to
I know
block your
we
judgment.
talk about this all the time when bringing up Skip. I just want to reiterate for maybe somebody who's new who doesn't know who Skip Bayless is. Look him up. Watch a few videos. If you agree with him,
stop listening. I don't want a pro skipper on our squad.
that's not true. Somebody can be a pro skipper.
No,
because
because if you agree with Skip on his sports policies, what kind of person are you?
The other thing was, so he said specifically, there was a play. Dallas didn't score any touchdowns.
Yeah.
Well, they scored one. I apologize, but it was. I think they were on the 20. Dak is rolling out to his left. He throws he's rolling left. He squares up and he throws, and he just misses his receiver on the fingertips. It would have been a hell of a catch. It would have been a pretty good throw too. It was a good play, and he missed. Right? And Skip was like, that's his only miss of the night. He was just a little off there. It felt good when he threw it. He was just a little off.
It felt good? Are you him? Why do you know it felt good?
I don't know. He said it looked good coming out of his hand. The other thing was, he was 22 of 33. Not bad, but also that means you missed a lot. And we just detailed a third down play where he missed.
Oh, he missed it terribly.
It
wasn't even close.
I'm not watching the same game?
No, of course nobody watches the same game. Skip has his own game, and then everyone else.
He has his own filter on the TV.
Yeah.
So
Skip-O-Vision.
Wow, Skip-O-Vision. Listen here, folks. So, Patrick Mahomes came behind against the Lions. Right. Had to lead a fourth quarter, 2-minute drive.
Screw that. Did you see that smart play by Kelsey? When he caught the ball and flipped it to McCoy?
Yes.
That was amazing.
Unscripted. So he claims it wasn't the called play in the huddle. He just knew and flipped it to him.
I mean, he probably caught it, saw he was running.
No, I call BS. That is the hook and ladder. You meant to do that. You practiced that
I
shit.
believe in Kelsey.
We ran that play. I promise you he's practiced
So did
that.
we.
Everybody runs that play.
Everybody runs the hook and ladder.
At least once. You're not fancy, Travis. Don't lie. Anyway, Mahomes comes back, right? So he comes from behind. Skip says that's not impressive because it was against Matt Stafford, so of course you're going to win. The Cowboys just lost to a guy named Teddy.
And not only that, weren't the Lions
undefeated?
Well, they had a tie.
Yeah, but you don't have any losses.
They're 2-0-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a tie goes.
And the Lions have been pretty impressive. They beat they beat a good team, a couple good teams.
That division's gross.
Yeah, we'll talk about the divisions later. We're going to talk about that quarter poll. Anyway, he bashed on Mahomes a lot this week, which is frustrating. He also said,
"Here we go."
He said the Saints are
marching home.
No, are the toughest road defense the Cowboys will play all year. They go to Soldier Field in December.
Thank you.
I'll wait. We'll just let that sink in.
Maybe he meant.
Not that the Saints are bad
at home,
but we're talking about the Chicago Bears defense led by Khalil Mack.
Now, Khalil Mack is the one you got to worry about, but he's not the only dangerous person.
Right,
on your
that's
defense.
the worst part is that you got Khalil Mack and Leonard Floyd's on the other side, and oh by the way, Akeem Hicks is in the middle, and our linebacking core is disgusting.
No, not only that, but then you got a guy named Ha Ha on your team. Is that his real name?
No, it's a nickname.
No, it's not. It's his real name.
Hey, listen, if his mom named him Ha Ha, they should be like, ma'am, I'm sorry, we can't let you name your kid Ha Ha.
I'm not writing that down. Try again.
I don't remember what his real name is, but I did look it up.
Who would have thought selecting a name was multiple choice? Nah. Try again.
Yeah, you can't do that. But anyway, so the fact of the matter is that's blasphemous.
Oh, for sure.
Chicago, I want Chicago to have that and just...
Chicago's defense is the reason why I have them going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Because it ain't Trubisky.
Well, we've got Chase Daniel in there now. And not the country guy, the quarterback.
There's a country
Isn't
guy?
it Chase Daniels, the guy who sings like The Devil Went Down to Georgia? Or is that Charlie Daniels?
I have no idea.
Check corrections next week. Listen, Aunt, please don't message me.
Oh,
call me
you are
idiot.
getting cussed out.
Anyway, let's talk about this. So... Chris Carter, man. Oh, no. He's joined this list more and more frequently.
Listen, he also calls him Patty Mahomes.
I'm well aware.
And
Danny Dimes. Which, the problem is that name is spreading. People keep calling him that.
I don't like it.
I hate it. And also, Daniel Jones, can we talk about stereotypical plain-ass...
white guy name?
Boring.
Charlie Daniels.
Thank you, crowd member over here says, Charlie Daniels is the guy who sings Devil Went Down to Georgia. Sorry about that. Hey, we don't have to wait for corrections until next week. That's awesome. Anyway, Chris Carter. is so disrespectful to Russell Wilson.
Listen, every time you put his name on here, he falls farther down the list of best receivers of all time.
Absolutely. Next week, he's going to be 15th. Listen.
Just because of the dumb shit
So
he
said that... So Nick Wright was making the argument that Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in the NFC right now.
Little flash forward to week 5. Did you see that pass to Tyler Lockett?
Yup.
And that's not the epitome of one of the best throws I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But literally, that's exactly what, as a quarterback, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. For those of you that don't know, he was rolling out left. And
you remember the play I described that Dak missed?
Rolling out left, he threw a dime, just a dot to the back of the end zone.
Like, it fell out of the sky. Like, it wasn't a bullet.
It was one of those cases where either his receiver catches it or nobody does. Exactly what a quarterback's supposed to do.
But the receiver made an amazing...
I'm not taking anything away from Tyler Lockett, but I'm saying...
He's on the toenails of his toes.
I don't think...
Falling out of bounds.
I didn't know toenails counted as your feet.
But they did. He must not have... If he would have cut him before the game, he wouldn't have got his toes in.
Who would have thought Tyler Lockett was a...
And he's leaning out at like a 45-degree angle. It was amazing. That ball had a parachute and just...
I kind of feel bad for sleeping on Tyler Lockett. Because I
don't feel bad for that.
I always say that the thing about Russell was he never really has a wide receiver, except DK now. But
Tyler Lockett isn't like Odell. Like,
DK needs to work on his route running.
Yeah, a little bit.
Stop. I know. I get it. You're fast and you can run.
Bro, but he's so fast. Oh my god.
If those of you who don't know what we're talking about DK Metcalf.
Number 14 for the Dallas Seahawks.
He was the freak that everyone was freaking out about in
4.33.
Yeah,
at 6'3", 220 pounds.
If you see him next to other wide receivers, he looks like a grown man that showed up at high school football practice. Like, put me in, coach. Like, hey, hold on, aren't you 35?
Like, he's such a freak. And he was running. There was a play. It was a play action pass. So it's play action. He rolls out. The corner lined up on him. There was no safety up over the top, right? So he runs, it's not even like a post. He just runs and kind of bends towards the middle of the field, but he's so fast, he gets on the corner and burns him up immediately.
Oh, for sure.
It's scary watching that man run. Anyway, Chris Carter, Russell Wilson, right? This is before the game. So the game's on Thursday. On Wednesday, Nick Wright's making the argument that Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the NFC, above Patrick Mahomes, above Carson Wentz, Drew Brees, any of them. Aaron Rodgers, any of them. And Chris Carter said,
"Have you seen him in the pocket?"
Who? Russ?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. He's covered in grease.
What pocket?
It doesn't matter.
He
doesn't need a pocket.
Polly pocket. You know what I mean? It's like 90s throwback.
Ashes to ashes. We all fall down. Hey,
did you know that's about the bubonic plague?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said he would take Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees ahead of Russell Wilson because of their careers, and he would take them in a throwing contest.
Really?
Yep. I got a question. Is quarterback all about, I don't know, just how far and you can throw the ball?
Rarely.
Yeah, pretty rarely. Like, for example, a dude like Jamarcus Russell had all the arm talent in the world.
He could throw 60 yards on his knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take him in a throwing contest.
If the goal is to throw it deep.
Yeah,
not to actually throw it where your wide receiver is.
Right. But all I'm saying is, quarterback isn't about a throwing contest. And right now, Russell Wilson's playing better than both of them. And honestly, I might take Russ's career over Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers only ever won one Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that was, But so is Russ.
Right. They've both been to 2. What can you tell me that Aaron Rodgers does better?
Aaron Rodgers has been to 2?
Yeah, no, has he only been to the 1? I thought he lost to the Steelers.
He beat the Steelers.
Yeah,
that would have been Ben's third Super Bowl.
You're right. He did. He's only been to the 1. And Russ has been to 2. Now, you can claim his defense brought him there, but come on.
The first one.
Well, they were still Legion of Boom the second time they lost to the Patriots. Anyway, what I'm saying is, Russ's career is not that different from Aaron. Now, granted, Aaron Rodgers' ability to throw the football and put it anywhere on the field.
Aaron Rodgers started with a huger advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he got to
pure talent-wise.
No, he got to start behind Brett Favre.
Brett Favre didn't teach him anything.
He was like, hey, listen, boy, just throw it in there.
Just wing it, fella. Come on.
Look, there's 3 defenders there, sure, but just throw it as hard as you can. That's what I do. It works for me.
Russell Wilson is unbelievable, and I knew that before last night's game.
Yeah.
The question Nick Wright asked was, take the team you root for. Switch your quarterback with Russell Wilson. Where do their playoff odds go?
Do for you.
Super Bowl.
I wouldn't even go that far. I would go farther than that. I go undefeated.
Like
Who in that division is messing with you guys if you have a quarterback?
nobody.
You have weapons on the offense.
Yeah.
You just have a quarterback that seems to be incapable of using them.
Yes.
Same thing for me.
We're
not going undefeated.
No,
I think we go.
You go to the playoffs
12-4.
easy. And again, right now you're undefeated, so you can't really argue.
Okay. Look, all right. I'm a San Francisco fan, but I'm also not delusional. I realize that we are the flukiest 3-0 team you've ever seen in your life. We played the Bengals, who look awful. We played
the Steelers.
Ben Roethlisberger at lessness.
Yeah, less.
Steelers.
And you beat Jameis Winston when he gave you 2 touchdowns.
Thank you. The only thing that I can say about San Francisco right now is our defense is playing way better than I thought it would.
Yeah, the guy goes, well, they really got a pass rush. They have drafted a defensive line.
We fucking better.
Right? Like, if you didn't have a pass rush, oh, God.
If I gotta get to the quarterback, yeah, we fucking better. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of San Francisco real quick, they're talking about trading Solomon Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Good. But remember when we swindled you?
Yeah.
Because we thought you were going to take Trubisky.
How about this, though? If you wouldn't have swindled us, you would have taken Solomon Thomas at 2.
What's it matter?
Hey, where'd you take Joey Bosa? Nick Bosa.
Number 2.
Oh, maybe he'll pan out. That's not true. He's playing really well. Anyway.
We could have had Josh Allen. We could have had...
Josh Allen's playing really well. Could have had Daniel Jones.
No, keep going. We could have had DK fucking Metcalf.
You're not going to draft DK Metcalf at 2.
His whole career, if he has a good career, I'm never letting that go.
He's good. My thing is when Seattle plays you and he catches a bomb, I'm just gonna. Anyway,
that's how I'm gonna start. That's how I'm gonna start that podcast. just a low demonic growl.
So it will come in. The Seahawks win 42-28, and I'm like, so DK Metcalf.
You give us 28 against Seattle.
Seattle's defense is terrible.
Yeah, but so is our offense.
And I'll be like, yeah, DK had 7 catches for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. Anyway, but he said he was praising Tom Brady earlier in the week because, man, he does most with less. I mean, Tom Brady doesn't have anybody playing right now. They're still winning games. Russell Wilson, we just talked about his receiving core isn't great. He's setting career highs in completion percentage, touchdowns, yards, and completions through the first 4 games of his career.
He looks MVP-like right now.
Yeah.
This is the best I think I've ever seen him play.
Yeah, that's what his coach said, too.
That's great.
And
that's great.
Yeah, it's not great. But for the rest of the league. But what I'm saying is Chris Carter was like so dismissive. Oh, he's third. I'm not taking him over Aaron Rodgers, even today. And Drew Brees has just done too much in this league.
Has he? Where's Drew Brees at right now?
Oh, he's injured.
Oh, is he?
He said he would take him right now.
So what? Sit down?
I guess.
So then you got to figure out who your second
That's
string.
why he's on this list, dog. You can't be that disrespectful. Like, Russell Wilson's amazing.
You could argue Russ is the best quarterback in the league right now. He's right up there with Mahomes.
Oh, easy. I mean,
I think arguably the way Mahomes is playing right now, you take Mahomes.
The only quarterback you don't swap for Russell Wilson is Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Tell me this. If you're the owner of the Dallas Cowboys and you have to pick between Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott.
Say it right. Dakota Prescott. Oh, Rain Dakota Prescott.
It's not even
I'm taking Russ.
Jerry Jones would throw Dak at the curb. He would climb to the top of the Dallas Cowboys Jumbotron.
Listen, Rain. All right, just drops all pretense.
And he would be like he would have Stephen Jones, his son, at the bottom of the stadium, right? And he would get Dak up to the top, and he'd be like, "Hey, Stephen, is it raining?" And he would kick Dak off the top of the stadium to get Russell Wilson.
I like that. Big drops.
Huge drops. They're really dark. Anyway, that was uncalled for.
Whoa.
Listen, what I'm saying is, Russell Wilson's amazing and better than Dak Prescott. No questions asked. So
not even a competition.
Skip. So the Steelers won on Monday night. They beat the Bengals, who are terrible.
Rudolph looks pretty nice though.
He completed a lot of he completed like 79% of his passes.
Listen, without him, there would have been no Christmas that one year. All right,
that is accurate. We'll call him Mason Rudolph.
So there was a play where he rolled out.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Why did he look like he's never rolled out a day in his life? He was running with the ball in both
Rudolph.
hands.
He's used to being on all fours.
And then he was like, I mean, I can't knock him. He threw for a touchdown.
His completion yardage was like Kyler Murray-esque. Like he threw all short passes, right?
Well, you do that on purpose,
right?
Because you don't
know
what you got yet.
In Rudolph. Also, you want to build his confidence.
This seems to me like the year of the backup, bro.
It is.
You got Minshew in Jacksonville. You got
hey, Uncle Rico.
You got who's old boy in Carolina?
Luke Falk? No, that's the Jets. What's his name?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
He looks nice too, though.
Yeah, he had a couple of interceptions this week.
Daniels for the Bears.
Chase.
I mean,
we had a lot of backups.
Backups are looking nice.
The Jets were at their third string quarterback at one point. Anyway, so Skip, our good friend, he criticized the Steelers.
Skip doesn't have any friends.
For passing the ball. He does not. For passing the ball short, he was like, all they did was check down. It was the most boring game I've seen all season. Hold up. His favorite team is the New England Patriots, dog.
So you just watch Patriots game from a distance, then, right? You're like, well, that was a really far throw. Yeah, if you're 50 feet from your own TV.
So stupid. I hate it so much. Moving on. We don't need to cover that any longer. Pro Football Focus.
Oh God.
Hey. So they've got another
Skip side job, dog.
He's got on the glasses with the fake nose and the mustache.
He's like, you'll never be able to tell who this is.
He's got that. Who's the detective?
Inspector Gadget.
No. Sherlock Holmes. Okay. He's got on the Sherlock Holmes hat and cloak
with a pipe, bubble pipe.
And he's got the glasses. He's just typing as Pro Football Focus.
Somebody tries to catch him. Like, hey, who's your favorite quarterback? Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers.
Pro Football Focus they put out a new list for their power rankings.
Oh shit!
Their top 3 teams: Dallas, New England, and the 49ers.
Come on, dog.
We're not talking about Seattle. We're not talking about Kansas City.
We're not even the best team in our own division.
Pro Football Focus is canceled.
I'm telling you. I'm surprised. Would you say Dallas, New England?
And 49ers.
So it is Skip.
So he put the 49ers in to be like, they won't believe it's me.
They're like, this will throw him off the trail.
They'll never find it. Oh, so bad. What do you mean?
He definitely worked for Pro Football Focus. Skip, we're on to you. All right.
So next Skipism.
Skipism.
So there's a list of the top 10 rookies so far this year. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Rookies overall. So offense, defense, all of them. Josh Jacobs was number 1.
That's fair.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs number 1, right? So I'll just read you the top 10. We don't need to go into reasons why. Josh Jacobs, Brian Burns, outside linebacker for Carolina, Terry McLaurin. Terry for the Washington Redskins, wide receiver.
It's fucking Terry.
Marquise Brown for the Ravens. Darnell Savage, safety for Green Bay.
Please, can we talk about how it's dope that there's a player in the NFL named Savage?
Yeah, his last name is Savage.
Am I the only one
and he's really good?
Thinks of the Macho Man? Am I the only one?
Randy? Of course not. Gardner Minshew at 6, playing great. Josh Allen, defensive end for Jacksonville.
You didn't even say his name right.
Uncle Rico.
Thank you.
Chase Winovich, New England Patriots. TJ Hawkinson for the Detroit Lions.
He better be good. They took him in the top 10.
Yeah, he better be great. He could be a game changer, though. He played really well week 1. And then Devin Bush for the Pittsburgh Steelers is number 10. Now, there was a quarterback's name I didn't read, that Skip's a fan of.
Here we go.
So Kyler Murray. He claims that Kyler Murray is a top 10 rookie of the year.
Kyler Murray looks rough.
Rough.
Yeah.
He's
not even the RUFF.
He's
rough.
He's 0-3-1. Okay, in 4 games.
I'm listening.
First 3 quarters of 4 games, 2 total touchdowns. In 4 first half and third quarters, 2 touchdowns.
Okay,
that's not good.
No, it's not.
It's pretty
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. He gives him almost all his credit for coming back to tie the Lions.
So?
That's his highlight. Is tying the Lions. Do you get points for a tie, dog?
No, actually, I think a tie at the end of the year goes as a loss, right?
No, I don't. Actually, for example, if you are 7-8-1, and the team below you and the team above you is, how would I do that?
8-8.
Yeah, you were rated higher at 7-8-1 than team 8-8.
That's dumb. I'd rather have a team that's 8-8 in the playoffs. Than a team
Either way, I don't know how it works. I don't know the
you
rules.
weren't good enough to beat a team in 5 quarters.
What I'm trying to say is, Kyler Murray has looked terrible.
Oh, for sure.
He threw for 300 yards against the Lions, 150 in the fourth quarter in overtime. That's where Skip gives him all his credit. Well, in the fourth quarter, this little guy just shows up.
In 1 quarter.
Right, in 1 quarter. The game is 4 quarters long.
Exactly.
But he uses the argument the other way. He's like, well, I don't care about that. I know he's not good in the first 3 quarters, but he really plays in the money quarter. That's where it matters.
No, I mean, I guess I can kind of understand what he's trying to say. That
he's not been,
as long as you show up in the last quarter.
He was like, oh, he's life changing for the Cardinals.
Let's equate this to. Does he have a favorite basketball player?
Michael Jordan.
In current?
No,
of course not. Let's equate. So
anybody on the Spurs?
If LeBron did that, where he came out and he limped through the first 3 quarters, and then came out and dropped like 30 in the fourth, and they win, he wouldn't be the same way. He'd be like, "Oh, you got to show up all 4 quarters."
100%. The thing that
I hate you, Skip.
That's a fact. But he was like, well, he's just money in the fourth quarter, and sure enough, here against the Seahawks the other day, I thought he was going to do it again. He had fourth quarter starts, boom, 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 drives down, gets him a touchdown. No, and then
he does what a quarterback's supposed to do in 1 quarter, not 4, but 1. Good for you.
And Shannon's like, what do you do for the other 4 quarters or other 3 quarters? He's like, well, he shows up when it counts.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
I think Kyler Murray's a bust.
No.
Yep.
He's not a bust.
Yep.
He's not a bust yet.
Yep. Calling it now.
Listen.
I'll tell you what. Let me ask you this question. Who is more likely to be a bust, Kyler Murray or Zion?
So here's my problem.
No, shut up. Listen. I saw a shooting contest between Drew Brees and Zion Williamson.
This is what you're basing it on?
Who won?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And Drew Brees is a sniper,
and it was money, and he called it. Like, let's end this. Bang. And I was like, Zion, it cannot shoot.
No.
I'm calling it now. I think Zion's going to be a bust, too.
But okay, here's the thing. If we go...
That Pelicans team is already a playoff team.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
New.
Yep.
In the West.
Yep.
New.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want me to go pull up the rosters?
Yeah.
Do we want to break this down? Because next week I will make you feel really bad.
Let's do this next week. I'm calling it right now. They're going to be an 8th seed, but not because of Zion.
Because of Alonzo?
Yeah.
And his new shooting form?
Ew. Speaking of which, did you see that gross alley-oop that he threw?
Everybody was praising that.
It was terrible.
It was okay.
Cool. Zion can jump out through the roof.
He didn't really jump. He kind of hopped up there like a big guy hops up. The pass was horrible. It was off the backboard.
Off the backboard.
He grabbed it off the backboard and he didn't tomahawk it. He didn't. This is the
grabbed
problem.
it.
This is the problem with Zion. Is people are going to take little shit like that and blow it up.
Yeah.
And he's going to.
I think he's going to come out and average maybe 12 and 5.
Yeah, and a block and a half.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but I've had a feeling this whole time that this is going to be the most overhyped player of all time. He's got the most guaranteed money since LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like before ever playing a game.
Yes.
There's no way he even touches the bottom of LeBron James' shoe in his potential.
Correct.
Because he's 6'7", 487 pounds. I understand that in basketball we're trending towards these positionless players. But he's too...
Look, can we talk about... We're going to talk about practice video stuff.
He's too slow. Not too slow. No. He's too heavy to be a 3. Yeah. Too short to be a 4.
Too short to be a 5.
What are you? What are you?
The only thing... somebody made a really good point. I can't remember who I was listening to, but they made a really good point. When you talk about positions, okay, in this positionless basketball, you're really only talking about defense.
Yeah.
So if he can guard 4s because he's strong and athletic, he's fine in the game, in real life.
What's he going to do against Anthony Davis?
I didn't say Anthony Davis.
I'm picking a 4. What's he going to do against Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis is a 5.
He's good. No, he's not. He's a 4.
He's a 5.
Ask him. What's he play?
Hey.
Ask him what he plays.
Ask what I do in 2K.
All right, we'll get back to Skip. But have you seen that the crunch time lineup for the Lakers, what they want to do?
Yep.
Run Braun at the point.
Yep.
Which I don't understand that. LeBron is your point guard. Why are you acting like he...
It's so you can add another position on the floor.
Yeah, Continue. Whatever. And then AD at the 5.
Yeah.
In crunch time.
Yep.
Good luck.
Good luck with the NBA or them?
Good luck with the NBA.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah. Sorry. Dog, so speaking of practice videos, because we're talking about Lonzo's bad pass alley-oop, listen.
That was terrible.
So LeBron, They had a scrimmage at practice. 6 seconds left on the clock. LeBron, point guard, dribbles the ball up the court, pulls up from the logo. Steph Curry, full confidence, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Here's the thing about LeBron that's most impressed me. His 3-point game has gone up exponentially.
Oh yeah.
I hope he still sends Kyle. I hope he still sends Kyle Korver edible arrangements,
fruit baskets, and flowers, and he buys
only if somebody
stuff.
could get him to shoot free throws.
Right. Skip still says LeBron's not clutch because he doesn't like to go to the free throw line at the end of the game.
Because he has one weakness and he doesn't want to get exploited.
I don't know. Anyway,
LeBron's a career 75%.
Listen, are we gonna do? We can't.
No,
do
I'm saying he's arguably a 75% free throw shooter.
No,
not even that high.
Probably 72.
I bet it's higher than that.
For what?
Career. I bet he's like I bet he's an 80, dog. Look it
Yo,
up.
who are you talking to?
You.
LeBron James has never averaged 80% field goal percentage ever.
Look it up.
No, we're doing this live. Don't even wait. Don't nobody go anywhere.
It's like 78.
No, dog. It is not.
It is.
You're gonna feel just start apologizing now, and we won't talk about it after. No, that's the wrong stat.
That's field goal. Free throw.
Where is
I know he did airball a free throw not too long ago.
Yeah, right? last season. Listen, you are so wrong. I'm not. All right, here we go. I got it.
Sorry, I was wrong.
Yeah,
74.
I
was closer when I said 75.
Yeah, but that's still wrong. Like I can look up.
How are you an NBA player and you play a 3 and you only average 74% from the free throw line as a player? You want to know why? Because you don't practice them.
Probably.
Instead of shooting all these 80-foot 3-pointers, why don't you sit down, dribble at the free throw line, and shut the hell up? Because no one tells the king to shut up. Anyway, go ahead.
We got to move on because this could go on for a while. All right. So Anyway, Kyler Murray's not a top 10 rookie right now. He might be at the end of the year, but he's not right now.
Bust.
He's not a bust. He has too much.
Grant, I will give him that offensive line is terrible.
And he's only throwing to Larry Fitzgerald.
No, they've got some weapons on there. It's just the offense doesn't look.
Do you remember their running back?
David Johnson?
Garbage.
I could have told you that.
No, he had a breakout year.
He was the most overrated player in Madden in a long time.
That's fair. All right, so last thing here. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 more things. Bro, I don't even know if Skip's ever said anything this stupid in his entire life.
I don't know.
Dog, you're not ready. Let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
Thursday night, football.
Right.
Seahawks win the game. The Rams had a chance. Last second field goal.
Zerline's
He choked it.
Missed
it. 44-yarder. He made a 58-yarder to go to the Super Bowl last year. He made a 47 or 48-yarder in that game.
Zerline's just got a strong leg. I don't know if he's accurate, man.
Well,
he can kick it along. He can kick it a long way, but I don't know.
Okay, but either way, he made about 80% of those last year.
There's no excuse for missing a 44-yarder if he can nail a 58-yarder.
He missed it, right? Okay.
I don't understand.
Bro,
I don't understand how kickers miss field goals. That's all you do. And especially when you're indoors.
Bro,
that's all you do is kick field goals.
Skip said,
"Here we go.
Get rid of place kicking. There is no place in football to lose a game like that."
So what should have happened? What's he saying?
Get rid of no field goal kicking. You just go until you don't get 4th and 10. I guess.
Whatever. I mean, maybe it would make football a little more exciting, I guess.
No, what do you mean?
So does he want to get rid of punting too?
No, punting's their strategy in that.
Okay. Whatever.
He said get rid of field goal kicking. Like, I don't know, how many Tom Brady's Super Bowls are won on field goals?
At least 2.
At minimum. I think 3.
Vinatieri, yeah.
What?
I don't know.
That doesn't even make sense. Oh, no, we'll keep punting because there's strategy in that. Where's the strategy of punting from your own 10, dog? Hope it gets to the 50?
What if it's 2 seconds left, you're at their 30, you're not going to kick a field goal? Like, I don't understand what his point is.
Because it's a heartbreaking way to lose the game or something. Like
It's also a part of football. You know what else is a heartbreaking way? Throwing a Hail Mary and
the kickers non-football players.
Whatever. Go...
Either the non-football player goes on the field and loses you the game.
Put some pads on and go get hit by Pat McAfee.
Dog, Pat McAfee will blow you up.
Blow you up.
So, finally, I don't know if any of you are boxing fans out there. Brandon Marshall, former wide receiver,
has
started taking up boxing.
Is he actually going to box?
He says by next year he's going to be fighting the likes of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
He's going to die.
He's going to get absolutely destroyed. If Tyson Fury gets in the ring with Brandon Marshall, that's murder.
What's worse, him in boxing, or when CM Punk went to UFC and just got molested? I kind of wanted to call Child Protective Services when I saw that. I was like, that's got to be illegal in some state. That looks like
CM Punk has no talent. None.
Oh, he's a good wrestler.
He's a good WWE performer. Yeah.
We got to talk about that later.
We might have to save it, bro.
SmackDown, bro. Go ahead.
The Rock came back. Anyway, so Brandon Marshall's an idiot. Now, let's move on to...
Going into boxing as a former athlete, that's a good idea.
Great.
Because you're already, Don't sit there and say you can beat up people who literally make a living doing it. It's literally when Conor McGregor thought he could step into the boxing ring.
He did very well.
Did he?
Yes.
Who won?
It doesn't matter.
No, who won? Who won? Say it.
I know who won.
Say it.
I know who won. It was Floyd, you idiot.
It doesn't matter.
So you're telling me that a guy who's never boxed before, professionally, getting into the ring with the greatest of all time,
He's not the greatest
winning
of all time.
5 rounds.
I hate Floyd Mayweather.
That's fine. I'm asking you. He came in, won 5 rounds for real.
Okay.
That's not a good performance?
Did he lose?
He's like never done it. He shouldn't have won a round.
That's like saying Rocky did a good job in the first Rocky movie.
He shouldn't have won a round. He shouldn't have scored points on Floyd Mayweather, allegedly.
It's easy to score on Floyd. All you gotta do is hit him. Actually, that's hard to
say.
I
was going to say, he's the greatest defensive fighter of all time.
All right, Conor, maybe McGregor was a bad example.
Thank you. That's all I need you to hear. Next question. So,
am I the only one that wanted them to flip it and Floyd to get into the octagon? I wanted to see him get his head kicked off.
No. Floyd, not even full UFC rules, because he won't do that. He knows better. Just allow leg kicks. Let Floyd Mayweather get kicked in the leg one time in his entire life.
Or I want him in the UFC ring. He makes it 1 round before his
He wouldn't make it 30 seconds.
Looks like a softball.
Anyway, so Kirk Goldsberry, don't know who that is.
All right, then why are we reading it?
It was somebody from ESPN. They're doing the all decade stuff. Okay, just hear me out. So
how did he get a job with a name like Goldsberry?
Dog, they thought it was Goldberg, and it was a typo.
Bring him in.
He gets there,
Goldberg is speared a lot. He probably doesn't know how to spell his own name.
He's like, no, I'm Goldsberry, and they're like, dang it.
I wondered why you didn't headbutt the door when you came.
Here we go. Top 10 shooters of the decade.
This decade.
From 2000,
2010 to 2019.
Yeah.
Got you. Go ahead.
Kyle Korver, number 10.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go 10 to 1.
Okay.
Kyle Korver.
Okay.
JJ Redick.
Okay.
Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Chris Paul.
No.
Yep, you're getting confused, right? Dirk.
No.
James Harden.
Okay.
Clay.
Yep.
LeBron.
Okay.
Kevin Durant. Okay. Steph Curry. Now here's the thing.
Why do you got...
Listen. I was like, what? In what world is Klay Thompson not 2 or 3 on this list?
Dog, I'm putting him above
2.
It literally should have been Steph,
Clay, KD.
Yep.
But
the greatest player of all time, according to them right now, isn't on there. Where's Kawhi at?
That's true.
Where's Giannis at?
Giannis. It's not Giannis.
Where's Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Right, anyway, listen. Here's the thing. So if I read you a list of top 10 shooters of the decade, you're like, LeBron doesn't belong in the top 10.
No.
Neither does Chris Paul, right?
No.
Dirk, not either.
No.
So here's the thing. It's the only reason it's mildly acceptable, and I'm not defending it. I'm just saying their reasoning was they took all-encompassing.
So true field goal percentage.
Yes. You're.
It's easy to have 50% when you're a big monstrous freak that can get to the rim like.
Well, LeBron averages 54% shooting on his career. But
I was saying, yeah, you know why?
Well, 50%.
Because they're all at the damn rim.
50%.
Because nobody can stop a bulldozing, out-of-control bull. Like, hey, go ahead, dog.
That's why people think Zion's going to be good.
No.
Anyway.
So what does his dribbling look like? Can he dribble? I'm asking.
Yeah, he can dribble.
No, okay.
Can he handle the ball like Kyrie? No.
Can he handle the ball like LeBron?
No.
Okay, then
That's not fair.
You can't just put this isn't football.
He can handle it like as good as Giannis.
Have you ever played football or basketball with a clearly a football player?
Yes. One time, when we were kids, I would pretend I was a fullback, and I would just cut the ball and run to the basket.
Yeah, that's Zion.
No, he's more athletic than that. You're not giving him enough credit. Just like you're not giving Kyler enough credit. Kyler is really, really talented. You asked me a question: who's going to be a bigger? Who has the most potential for bust? The reason I'm going to say Kyler is just because he's small and one off hit and he's done. Zion can play because he's giant.
I still think Kyler messed up. I would have went and played baseball, man. The only argument you can have about that is it might take longer for you to make money in baseball.
Significantly longer. Anyway, we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about this.
All right, let's go.
So, initially I was going to bash this list, but if you're talking about... here's my problem. Maybe call it... I don't know what you call it, but you can't call it a top 10 shooters list.
Yeah, when I think of shooters, I think people who are dead-eye from deep.
From three-point range. So, maybe the list is named wrong. I don't know what else you would call it. But having LeBron in the top three on a list that says shooters doesn't look right.
Shooters, and then the two people above you and one person behind you are like in the league of their own.
Right.
Like, the reason that KD is so unstoppable is literally because when he shoots, he's at like 10 feet in the air.
Already.
I want them to stop lying. That man is not 6'9".
No, he's 7'1".
Easy. Hockey sticks, legs.
What did you called him like a scarecrow or something?
Yeah.
So
he's a scarecrow with hockey sticks for legs.
I don't know how much we're going to talk about this. I just thought it was interesting. So they ESPN rated the 8 best games of the 2010s of this decade.
So Game 7 of the 2016.
We'll talk about it. We'll see where that's at, right? So 8 was Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics 2012 Game 6. That's when LeBron put up 45, 15 rebounds.
Meh.
Man, that was a great game.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, everybody with a brain knew that Miami was going to win that series. It was just a matter of when.
It was still a good game.
No.
The final score was 98.
All you read was LeBron had 45 points, and that's where you stopped.
The Heat were down.
Good.
That was forcing Game 7. That's a good game. That's a good win.
They should have lost. Anyway, go ahead.
I hate you sometimes. Dallas Mavericks versus Portland Trailblazers, round 1, Game 4. I think, is that the game that Lillard hit the walk-off? Oh, Brandon Roy. That's the Brandon Roy. The Portland was down 21 points.
I saw that live.
And Brandon Roy brought him back.
I love Brandon Roy.
His knees just went on him, bro.
So sad.
Oh, this was a good one. Game 6 they have is Golden State versus Oklahoma City. That's when Steph hit that 38, 40-footer to win it in overtime. We're right before overtime.
So when he steps in the court, he's in range, right?
Yeah.
You're like, he could probably hit that.
You've seen his warm-up where he shoots from outside the tunnel?
You're like, he could hit that.
How about Kobe's last game?
I don't want to talk about it.
That was the Game 5. Mamba out.
Makes me want to cry.
I hope you do cry, you big baby.
Okay. We'll talk again when LeBron retires.
I don't cry.
I know, you're broken.
Don't judge me.
I'm not. You can't hold it in.
What do you mean I can't hold it in?
One day you're going to be at the grocery store. A song's going to come on, and you're going to just start breaking necks because you never cried a day in your life.
That's ridiculous.
All of your stress is just going to pile up here.
Can I turn into a Super Saiyan, though?
Oh, that's what's going to happen.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome when you're sitting in a padded cell. He killed 85 people. We couldn't stop him. All because we were out of relish. He doesn't even like relish.
I actually enjoy relish. Thank you very much. Listen.
It's just
I won't tell the story on the podcast. I'll tell you when we get off. Game 4 they have on the list is Dallas Mavericks versus Miami Heat in the 2011 NBA Finals Game 2.
What happened there?
Game 3 on the list. No, the Mavericks came back and won the game, and then won that series.
Who choked in that?
Dirk Nowitzki.
No.
I'm not going to say that on the podcast. Children, listen. Game 3, Golden State Warriors versus Oklahoma City Thunder, 2016 Western Conference Finals. That's the Klay Thompson game.
Is that Klay? That's Klay. Yeah.
Klay.
So number 1, we already know what number 1 is.
Number 2, Cleveland Cavaliers versus Golden State Warriors, 2016 NBA Finals, Game 7.
Horseshit.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah, amazing game. Fantastic.
You woke me up for that. You woke up your wife's whole family for that game.
Yep. I'll do it again, too. Game 1 on this list is San Antonio Spurs versus Miami Heat, Game 6, the Ray Allen shot.
Not bullshit.
Not a better game, right?
Not to me.
No.
The block and then
the whole game encompassing.
No, not even that. Literally the last minute.
Dog.
That game.
That block, that shot, the defense by Kevin Love.
I know Kevin Love played defense. It might be everyone wants to talk about LeBron's defense play on. they don't pay attention.
To be fair,
Kevin Love played defense
he
successfully.
Only successfully because Clay or Steph didn't shoot it.
Successfully, isn't that the goal?
Maybe.
So do you think Andre Iguodala to this day, like when he's walking down a hallway and someone's coming behind him, he's out.
His wife comes up behind him and he like falls on the floor. And she's like, "Babe, it's just me." He's like, "You know you can't come from behind me."
I thought you were 23. It's so serious.
He's sleeping in bed.
Every time Draymond comes in there, he just freaks out because he sees 23. He's like, all right.
That's why they had to let him go. He was having mini heart attacks every time Draymond showed up.
Iggy, you gotta settle down. I can't. So scary.
Oh, I don't think he's ever gonna make a layup again. Like he goes for a layup and he just like ducks,
chokes it every time,
oof.
Or just throws it up real fast.
They're like, Andre, dog, you're 6'9". Come on.
Down
so that list isn't bad. I do agree that Game 7 should be number 1, but I just want to talk about those real quick. They're kind of fun little lists to talk about. So the next thing we want to do is quarter of the season gone. NFL. We're going to talk about the NFL now. Quarter of the season's gone, so we're going to talk about where everybody stands. We're going to go through the divisions.
This is as of week 4.
That would be the quarter poll.
No, I'm saying that way because week 5 has technically already started.
It started. We'll talk about.
What is up with Thursday night football right now?
Right, it's unbelievable.
Back-to-back weeks where the game was like, this is a Sunday night game.
I don't understand it, to be honest with you. But so we're gonna go through
AFC.
Yeah, we'll start with the AFC. We're gonna start with the AFC.
AFC East.
We should start with the North, right?
I don't care. You can do
just to go in directions.
Right. All right. We'll do
that.
So you got the Browns and Ravens are 2-2.
So who's in that division?
Browns, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals.
So the Bengals are garbage.
They're 0-4. Then you got Pittsburgh, who's 1-3. They're the only one that you can kind of like. All right, I get it.
They're 1-3. I think they play the Ravens this weekend. They could go to 2-3.
Here's my thing about them right now. It's so clear that the AB and Le'Veon leaving that team. James Conner was a fluke, right? Either that or they're not using him right. Is that offensive line healthy?
Yes.
Because at one point they were talking about Pittsburgh had the best offensive line.
Yeah, you hear that a lot. I feel like I hear that a lot, though.
They have a lot of good offensive linemen.
Yeah, they do.
Which is why Le'Veon Bell was able to be so patient.
Right. Well, that's his style, though.
But they gave him time, though.
Yeah. And I think that, obviously, James Conner is a step down. Juju is a step down. He's still got... I
tried telling you, bro.
No, listen.
He's not a number 1 wide receiver.
He is 21 years old.
He's not a number 1 wide receiver.
He could be.
No.
Yes, he can be.
Maybe one day.
Right. But I'm saying you can't... Right now,
if he eats his veggies and, brushes his teeth, he might be there one day.
How long do you brush your teeth every day?
A minute.
Listen, I'm going to ask you right now... So you're in the shower, right?
Yeah.
Do you bend down and wash your feet?
No.
The water gets it, right?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So the Ravens are the Ravens are 2 in the division, 2-2. I think they have a lot of potential.
I still think Baltimore takes that division.
Ooh, I don't know.
That defense really got. I think they're really.
Their defense is bad.
Well, their defense got. They were all right until they played Kansas City, and I think them losing to Kansas City really demoralized.
They gave up 1,000 yards in 2 games.
All right. So anyway,
the Browns have a lollipop this week.
Who are they playing? Oh, yeah, I know.
They play the 49ers on Monday Night
Football.
Football.
Well, when they lose, you owe me an apology. It's fine.
When the Browns lose?
No, yeah.
I'll apologize if the Browns lose. We want to bet on it?
OBJ ain't doing nothing against
wings on
Richard Sherman because he's the greatest.
We want wings on it?
I already owe you wings.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is going to win it. Look, I'm so glad I wasn't dumb enough to put $100 on it. Looking at you, Mo. But when I said Baker Mayfield was going to win a Super Bowl before Patrick Mahomes, anyway.
Woo! So we'll do north-south. Is that north-south, east-west?
Sure.
That's the directions, right?
This is the most interesting division in football, I think.
This one?
Yeah.
Because Gardner Minshew?
No, because you don't know who's going to win. Like, there's no clear-cut winner.
You do know who's going to win.
You thought it was going to be the Texans, right?
Yeah.
But the whole division is 2-2.
Yeah.
The Colts are playing better than what I thought they were.
No, I have full confidence in Jacoby Brissett. I really did.
You said that with a straight face, too.
I thought he was going to play well.
He is trash.
He is not.
Yeah, he is.
You're trash.
Yeah. Come on. I'm the dumpster fire here. It's fine. I kind of expected a little more from Jacksonville just because I thought maybe Jalen, demanding a trade would maybe put a fire on the rest of that defense.
They won.
Uncle Rico
Is unbelievable.
He's gonna win Rookie of the Year, bro. I really believe that.
If he keeps this up and wins Rookie of the Year, I will be so ecstatic.
Did you see what he said about stashes? He said there's some questionable stashes out there, but we'll get them there.
That is amazing. Dude, Gardner Minshew for president. Forget it.
Yes.
Listen, here's the thing. I want Gardner Minshew to win the MVP or the Rookie of the Year, and I want Shannon Sharp to go on undisputed with just a big mustache.
Just a mustache?
And a do-rag.
Why a do-rag?
He wears do-rags and cutoffs, and he drinks beers.
He is a 50-year-old man, but he has the body of a 30-year-old.
We're not talking about Shannon Sharp's body.
No,
Moving on.
listen, he literally at 50 years old put up 400 pounds on the bench.
We talked about this last week.
I know. I'm going to bring it up every week. 50 years old, he put up 400 pounds on the bench press. Like it was nothing. Like he was lifting a feather, just boom.
Shannon Sharp. I went and looked at some of his highlights. He was alright.
Shannon Sharp is the third best tight end of all time.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Only
how good he
because
was.
Tony G and Rob Gronkowski played. That's it.
That's fair.
Shannon
Alright.
Sharp was a huge reason.
I agree.
He's got 3 Super Bowl rings.
Who?
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, but he wasn't really instrumental in them.
What did you just say?
You heard me. TD got him there.
Okay, first of all.
And the Ravens, come on.
First of
Come
all,
on.
don't take anything away from Shannon Sharp.
I love Shannon Sharp.
Here's why.
You know what I don't love about Shannon Sharp?
Is he's on the show with Skip Bayless?
No. That's the only reason the show's watchable. Is love Shannon Sharp. Where he makes me look like a LeBron hater. And that upsets me. He's the reason people hate LeBron James fans.
Yeah. One of those that can't accept the fact that he's number 2.
Right.
Bro,
Or number 3 in some cases.
you could argue Kareem, Doug.
Everybody can argue Kareem, but
And Magic. No, because I will say I honestly feel like
LeBron
is a better version of Magic.
He does. So here's the thing. Magic is unbelievable, right? Okay,
Yeah.
spectacular, especially passing the ball. Magic Johnson's passing 100 out of 100. LeBron James passing 95 out of 100.
No.
98,
No.
99.
No.
Don't put it out.
There has never been a better passer than LeBron James.
I don't. Here's the thing.
Name one. For real, name one. Magic Johnson? What can Magic Johnson do that LeBron can't? I can tell you something that LeBron can do that the Magic can't.
Yeah, I know.
Score.
I absolutely. And plays better defense and
No, well, Magic didn't have to play defense. He's 6'9" guarding point guards.
Yeah, I know.
But Magic could also play all 5.
Correct.
Just like LeBron.
Correct.
I'm not trying to take anything away from
And as
Magic.
a rookie
I'm
in
not-
the finals.
I'm not trying to take anything away from Magic Johnson.
Like
I'm just saying LeBron James is a better version of Magic Johnson.
The
I'm building
only reason I'm hedging that is because I know who listens to this podcast, and I don't want that heat coming at me.
Hashtag come at me.
Hey, listen, can you come to my family Thanksgiving, dog?
Sure. And get cussed out and slapped at? That's fine.
They won't,
I walk in the door
will
and
cuss
immediately-
at you.
I immediately just get hit with a plate of stuffing, and then I'm like, all right, I'll leave.
No, you have to stay.
But I take a piece off, eat it, and then walk out, and they're like, that?
Bravo, sir, bravo. Listen, anyway.
It's nothing against Magic Johnson. if I'm picking,
Oh, absolutely.
if I have the second pick in the draft of all time, because
Michael
Jordan's gone.
So you're picking LeBron, right?
Maybe.
But listen, how far down before you get to
all right.
How far down before you get to Kareem, though?
2 or 3, dog. It depends on what kind of player, what kind of team you want.
So in today's NBA, you're taking Kareem over Magic?
No, only because
Are you taking
NBA
Kareem over Bird?
in today's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's blasphemy.
No, it's not, because it's just no matter what era you take it in, block that sky hook, block it.
I'm gonna go
Hey.
call.
He's gonna look Joel Embiid. He's gonna look down at Joel Embiid. Money, dog.
We need to get a video camera. Anyway, we need to talk about football. I think so. Let's
How did
go
we
back
get?
to the
How
North.
did we get there?
I don't know. We go to the North. I think the Ravens end up winning that division. You agree?
Yeah.
All right. We go to the South.
I-
Everybody's 500
I
at
think
the quarter
I think
pole.
the Texans win.
I think they have. Dog.
That defense
you know
really
what
needs
the-
to step up. But that division is so, like I said, this is the most interesting division, and you don't know who's coming out.
I think the Texans win because they have the best quarterback.
Yeah.
Even though he has no protection. All right.
But I believe in Minshew. So
Dog, in Gardner, we trust. Am I right?
here, let's, for instance, The Texans have given up as much points as they've scored.
That's why they're 500. You.
No, but I'm saying no, because look at the rest of them. Well, Jaguars are like that too, but the Titans aren't, and neither are the Colts. Two of the teams in the division have given up as many points as they've scored.
That's interesting. Fun fact: AFC West. Chiefs 4-0.
No, shut up. Let's not even talk about that. Let's just skip that division.
All right, next division.
As soon as you said Chiefs, that's all you need to say.
Next division, AFC East.
You can point out that the Broncos are 0-4. There are 5 0-4 teams. What's more likely this season? We're going to see
undefeated
a team undefeated or
defeated.
You see?
Yes.
The Dolphins?
Yeah. Because the Patriots and let's say the Patriots and the Chiefs keep winning, they play each other this
All
year.
right, let's talk about this AFC East. You have two teams. And then 2 teams.
No, look. You have 2 teams, 0-for. The Jets and the Dolphins are 0-for show. The Bills are 3-1. That sounds good, but they're the Bills.
Let's look at the difference between that and that.
Oh my God!
Go ahead. Say the Patriots.
So the Patriots points for are 122. The points against, they've allowed 27 points this year.
The Dolphins have scored 26 points. They've allowed 163 in 4 games.
Oh,
Ew.
Fun fact.
Here we go.
Every quarterback who has played the Miami Dolphins has averaged at least 75% completions. Except one.
Who was it?
Rain Dakota Prescott. 59% completion and only 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Why did you go Paul Heyman with that? That's not like a Paul Heyman thing.
The raining.
At this point, doesn't it feel like Miami is like a college team?
Yes.
Like they're like a D2 team that has to play.
My favorite thing has been so far this NFL season, to be totally honest with you. Every week, people get more and more disrespectful about the Dolphins. Like, it started off, they're a college team. They're a Division II team.
Here's the thing.
Listen, Stephen A. this week called them a Pop Warner team.
Dog. So who do they have right now that matters to them? Like, who is still good?
Devontae Parker.
He can't stay healthy. What are you gonna? You're the Bears.
Yeah.
You got all your picks, all that. What are you giving up for him?
4th.
Exactly. That's all I need to say. You're not. What are you going to get with the 4th round pick if you're Miami?
More picks.
No.
To trade up in the draft.
No, if they're smart, they don't trade any. No, they don't get Tua. If they're smart, they do not. They don't even touch a quarterback for the next 2-3 years. Let Josh Rosen sit back and just get his shit pushed in until they're ready to get a real quarterback.
Say that. Anyway, listen. I want to go back to one more Dak Prescott stat, and I'll leave it alone. Skip Bayless's favorite.
So hold on, do we shit on Dak just because Skip?
Yeah, 100%.
Right. I just want to make sure.
I don't have any real beef with Dak. I think he's
overrated.
He 100% is overrated. But listen, here's a fun fact. So Skip Bayless loves QBR. QBR takes into account everything a quarterback does. It takes into account running, throwing. It takes into account what play. So like if it's 3rd and 10 and there's no pressure, he completes the pass, he gets a certain grade. If it's 3rd and 10 and he's running around, he gets a better grade. It takes literally everything into account, right? It's supposed to be a better way, instead of passer rating, which is just throwing the ball, it takes into account everything, right?
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 100. Skip is like, Dak Prescott leads the league in QBR. That's why he's the best quarterback in the NFL. He's got a 94 QBR. Every single week, his QBR has gone down.
You know why?
Because he's not that good.
Bingo.
That's the trend, though. He talks about, Aaron Rodgers is on a trend every year. His stats have gone down every year. So your quarterback's on a 4. He's 35.
Getting older.
Tom Brady is 42.
It's not hard for your quarterback rating to stay where it is if you're throwing the ball 2 yards down the field every game.
Anyway, but what I'm saying is, Dak has gone down every week, and Skip doesn't say anything about that.
Of course not.
Well, he had the 4th best QBR on Monday. He played well on Sunday. He was the best offensive player they had. Yeah, sure, he still only had 200 yards passing and 2 touchdowns.
Better than interceptions, right?
He has 3.
But
how many does Patrick Mahomes have?
None.
Goose egg. How many does Russell Wilson have?
None.
How many touchdowns does Russell Wilson have? 12. Anyway, moving on from Dakota. So we don't need to talk about the Patriots and the Chiefs anymore because they're going to win. So let's go to the NFC. We'll start with the NFC North, the best division in football.
This is also one of the best. This is the best division in football, I think.
Anyway, so yes,
I don't think it is the best division.
It's no contest.
Yeah.
So no team has a losing record. The Packers are 3-1, and the Bears are 3-1. The Lions are 2-1-1, and the Vikings are 2-2. Kirk Cousins is so bad.
I don't. The most overpaid quarterback in the NFL, right?
By a country mile. Until Dak gets paid.
That dude is a swindler. He got tagged, 3 times in Washington?
Two.
Still.
Bro,
too many.
So Stephen A was saying, listen, whoever his agent is, every NFL player in the world needs to go be his client. He has gotten him in just the 2 franchise tags and the $84 million guaranteed, $140 million he's put in his pocket.
I just threw up in my mouth.
We're talking about Kirk Cousins, dog.
Ugh.
Kirk Cousins, Captain Kirk.
People always used to say, why won't they commit? That's why.
The Bears are going to end. I want to say the Bears are going to end up winning this division, but
they might be better off. How long's Trubisky out?
2 weeks maybe.
If Daniels comes out there and he plays well,
not Daniels, Chase Daniel.
I know whatever. Daniels comes out there and plays well. What do you do?
Let me tell you this: the Packers play the Cowboys this weekend,
right?
If the Cowboys go out and just run roughshod over this Packers defense, all faith is gone. I think the Bears will end up winning the division. Not because they have a similar tie-break scenario, but because we thought the Packers defense was really good. But they also played Kirk Cousins and Mitch. So it's like, how good are they really?
Right.
If they play the Cowboys and get blown out, I lose all confidence in Green Bay.
Who'd they lose to?
The Eagles.
Yeah, okay. So I thought. So when they played a real quarterback.
Nah, but it wasn't even the quarterback. They had 179 rushing yards that game.
Still, though, when they played a real quarterback.
Well, let's see what they do with Dak.
That's not a real quarterback.
But if Dak wins...
I'm not going to give props to a man named Rain, Dakota.
I hate rooting for Green Bay. I want them to put foots in Dallas.
Only to shut Skip up, right?
100%.
Okay.
I want here.
But when the Packers win, it won't be because Aaron Rodgers. It'll be because something else.
Here's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna build you a perfect scenario, and I want to hear Skip defend this. Okay, Aaron Rodgers throws for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. The Packers win. Zeke runs for 150 yards. The Packers lose, or the Cowboys lose, going they had a chance to drive and.
Dak throws a pick?
Yeah, to lose the game, right? And Dak has 200 and...
No, here's what he's going to say. Dak went out there, he tried his best, the defense just made a play.
No, I don't even want it to be a game-losing drive. I want him to lose by 3 touchdowns. Dak has 200 yards terribly. And 2 interceptions.
No touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to hear Skip defend it.
Oh, he's gonna.
I know.
He's gonna tiptoe through the tulips.
And then
on that
I'm
one.
just gonna play the audio on the podcast,
and then all right. That's this week's episode. See you later.
And hang up. Anyway, so the NFC North is a difficult division to predict.
Yeah, there's so many good teams in there, and who would have seen the Detroit Lions?
They're playing really, really well.
They put a game up against those Chiefs.
Nobody expected that. Anyway, I'm gonna go with my heart. The Bears win the division.
All right, so NFC South?
NFC South. Woof. So you got the Saints, the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Falcons.
I hate to say this, bro, but Jameis Winston looks better than I've seen him in a long time.
He does look really good. But I told you he was going to look good, though.
He didn't look good when they played San Francisco. He looked terrible.
He looked like the same old Jameis.
And
then Bruce Arians got a hold of him.
Yeah,
he put up 55 on the Rams.
Yeah, he looks nice.
He's making plays. Mike Evans is a freak.
So if you're Tampa Bay, do you pay him? I guess you look at it at the end of the year, right?
At the end of the year, you can decide if you want to pay him. I think you can offer him money. If he doesn't take it, you let him go, and you're not even stressing about it. Because you can go get a quarterback who can do what James
just go pick up Fitzpatrick again. Go
get the old boy in
Nick Foles.
Get Eli for a back for a year.
No, Nick Foles will be available because they're moving on from.
You know how much. If Gardner Minshew makes the playoffs, they move on from Nick Foles, right?
I think they move on from him, period. I think Gardner is the new starter in Jacksonville.
I don't know, dog.
How do you not?
Because he played 5 passes and looked really good.
Who do you... if he plays well, if he at very least leads them to the playoffs, like you said...
If they win that division with Gardner Minshew...
Bro, saying.
All right.
I'd rather have Gardner Minshew than Jacoby Brissett. Go ahead. I don't believe in Brissett. I don't believe.
All right, so
remember when he threw that one-handed interception to against the Chargers?
He didn't throw that. Philip Rivers did. You dork.
Oh, yeah, wrong teams. My bad. Right teams, wrong offense. Anyway, Jacoby Brissett is trash.
No, he isn't.
Yeah, he is.
You are a dumpster fire. Listen, NFC South. So the Bucs look better than we thought. The Panthers look about where we thought without Cam.
If the Saints can stay where they are, just maintain, they win that division.
I think
If they can
win.
maintain until Breeze gets back, you know what I mean? I think you nailed it last week when you said this timeout might be really good for Breeze.
Huge benefit.
And it's bad news for anyone in the NFC.
Horrible news.
Because if he's still got strong arm in the NFC Championship game...
Listen, if I hear one more person say, and I talked about this earlier in the podcast, the Saints did not get robbed. Okay? Stop saying that shit.
You missed one play, but you still had an opportunity to go down.
Not only did you miss one play, they had the ball the rest of that drive. Then you had overtime, which you and Drew Brees got the ball first, and you gargled it.
It's the same case as when the Cubs blamed, oh boy.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Moises Alou was never going to catch that ball.
Speaking of Moises Alou, the Yankees are playing really well.
2-0.
Yeah.
They better beat the Twins. We have no shot against the Astros.
Who was it? Max Kellerman has said every game this week, or every day this week, if the Twins or whoever the Astros play ruins it, I'm going to be so mad. Because the Astros-Yankees is what he wants to see.
Why?
Because he's a Yankees fan?
That's not what I want to see.
The Astros are so good. They have the two pitchers who are going to finish 1 and 2 in the Cy Young, and they have Garrett Cole, or
Verlander for sure wins the Cy Young.
So Verlander wins the Cy Young. Garrett Cole finishes second.
I'll be honest. I thought Verlander was done.
Everybody did.
And then he goes to Houston, is revitalized by being traded to a championship contender, and leads them to a World Series.
Can we talk about the Astros built a contender?
Can we talk about how all the Astros had to do is go from the NL to the AL, and now they're winning World Series? Is this? To me, is this?
Well, you're not allowed to
World
talk about it no
Series?
more. So let's go.
So Saints win that division.
We agree. NFC West. So
I'm glad you saved the NFC East for last.
The 49ers are 3-0 in the division.
No.
The Seahawks are 4-1, but they just played.
You know why we're 3-0? Because we haven't played anybody in our division yet.
Yeah, your points against are really good, fella.
Our defense is playing phenomenally. It's Jimmy G I'm worried about.
You should be.
Because he makes some questionable
decisions. Cardinals are 0-3-1. We already talked about them and Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray has a lot of potential, but he needs some help.
The Rams?
He needs some milk. That dude is little.
The Rams?
He needs some milk.
Are intriguing.
They're an interesting team. Because one week Jared Goff looks like he has thrown 117 passes in 2 games.
He threw 60-some in that
68
Thursday game?
And 50-some last night.
You cannot win a game if Jared Goff throws the ball that many times.
You can, but you can't. You can't. He's good enough. He's good enough.
No, he's not.
That's weird because he won.
There are literally 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that you can win with throwing that much.
But they have to. Todd Gurley is hurt.
You have a backup running back for a reason.
He's not good. He's a rookie.
Well, that's your fault. Anyway, go ahead.
I agree the Rams are intriguing. They have potential. Like, they've been in every game. They can win a close game, I feel like. That defense is going to come together. It's going to.
It's not their fault. Bro, in every game they play, Aaron Donald is triple-teamed.
100%.
They're like, dog, you're going to have to sit. And then Clay Matthews is out. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He broke his jaw?
Yeah. You see that roughing the passer call?
They don't like him.
Dude. Somebody tried to make the case, okay, that Clay Matthews should be suspended for all his roughing the passer calls like Vontaze Burfict. Yep. It was a Twitter person, so don't get too mad.
So my problem with Vontaze Burfict is dirtier than Ndamukong Suh.
100%.
And Ndamukong Suh is consensus the dirtiest player in the league.
Vontaze Burfict has been fined 13 times for endangerment of other players.
That hit he had against Antonio Brown, that should have been a career suspension.
He almost murdered that.
He literally, and I'm not over exaggerating. He literally could have killed him.
He almost did. Like, that was one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
And then so I guess the argument could be made if you want to play devil's advocate for that last one against the Colts was he was trying to get up. Like
the Colts player was trying to stand up.
Come on, you had to go torpedo style, bro. You literally led with your helmet. Your hands were nowhere
Not just
inside.
His helmet. They were. He stuck his hands out, but
to catch himself.
But then he pointed the crown of the helmet, which is the big thing. But anyway,
he's a dirty player.
Yes.
Gross. Him and AB deserve to be on the same team.
Yeah, and also both.
How awkward was that?
Oh, awkward as hell. Because you think AB went in there talking crazy, and then Vontaze walked around the corner. He's like,
"Oh, hey,
how come Mike Mayock didn't be like, I will go get Vontaze right now? Like, who are you talking to?
Hey, he just like sends him the clip of the hit, and like, hey, keep it up.
And then, but
you think your helmet's going to protect you against that?
You know how AB that was good. You know how AB be like, hey Juju, because you remember the next year Juju obliterated that man.
Yep,
the cleanest block I've ever seen.
Nice.
It was a Hines Ward block.
I was gonna say Hines Ward.
Yeah, that's
Hines
what that
Ward
was.
used to kill people.
I loved it.
Me too.
You can't throw a crackback dog now. Listen, I hate to break it to you.
They're pussifying football, right?
No,
for the safety of the players, but some things like you can't breathe too heavy in a quarterback's direction without a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Listen, let's go back to the divisions.
Most quarterbacks are like 6'4". If they can't take a hit, you're in the wrong sport. Go ahead.
I can promise you this: the leader of this division currently is not going to win it.
No,
the Seahawks are going to win this division.
Oh, for sure.
Russell Wilson's amazing.
I'm not. I told you, the most overrated 3-0 team ever.
So then we get to the NFC East. Now the Cowboys are leading the division 3-1. Eagles are 2-2. Giants are surprisingly 2-2, and the Redskins are 0-4. I think the 0-4ness continues for the Redskins. They do play the Dolphins. That'll be an interesting game.
Haskins did not look great last game.
No, he looked horrible. But Dwayne Haskins winning the game did not take a single first team snap in practice. Didn't do any preparation for the game. They literally brought him to the game room, were like, YOLO, and threw him in there. That is.
So Jay Gruden pretty much knows he's fired after this year.
He's trying to get fired, bro.
Yeah.
He
wants to go run
after this year. Stephen A. says, and I agree, after he loses to the Patriots on Sunday, he will be fired by Monday.
You think so?
Yep. Because then you get a short week. No, that's the Giants. I think you get a bye. Or the Dolphins or something. They get an easy game after this. You don't put an interim coach against the Patriots. There's no point. You're going to lose the game no matter what you do. So you might as well lose the game and then fire him.
Right.
He's 0-5. Dude, I didn't know this. Did you know Sean McVay was his offensive coordinator before he went to the Rams?
No.
I didn't know that either. And that's when they had Kirk Cousins and he looked like a real quarterback?
It's like Sean McVay knows what he's doing.
So this division is interesting. And obviously it comes down to two teams. I think the Giants are on a little streak getting Daniel Jones. It's cool.
I don't believe in the Giants.
No. They're a couple years away from being anything relevant. But
even if they get all their receivers back, when do they get Golden Tate back?
This week.
Yeah,
he was suspended 4 weeks. Sterling Shepard is playing again. But my thing is the Giants, they still got some work to do, especially on defense. It comes down to the Eagles and the Cowboys. My Super Bowl pick is the Eagles. It doesn't look great, but here's the thing: if the Cowboys do what I hope they do and lose,
they're 2-2, but not a bad 2-2.
They are 2 catches away from a 4-0.
Looking at you, Aguilar.
And
couldn't even catch a.
I can't even say the other guy's name. Don't say the baby. He
couldn't even catch a baby.
Couldn't even catch a cold
baby.
Got him. Listen. So I think if the
How
Cowboys,
much pressure would that be to catch a baby coming at you?
So here's the thing.
I don't even like holding babies.
I think you would just black out and do it.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's what you just wouldn't think about it. It would just happen.
It's like fielding punts, but like the scariest punt.
You know, I got named the punt returner because before practice one day they were just like punting the ball. Or not even practice. It was like our first ever like no padded in middle school, and I was just catching the ball, and I loved Devin Hester, so I was just doing it like he did it. And the coach was like, "Have you ever done this before?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, you're gonna be the punt returner because you're really good at it." I was like, "Awesome."
What a way to who good person to model after. It's either him or Dante.
Yeah, after 8th grade, they didn't let me do it anymore.
It's because you tried to juke too much. Stop juking so much. They did that to my brother in Gymtown. They told him that he juked too much.
Yeah, but Gymtown sucks. I want you to know there's a Gymtown historical museum off the bypass. Every time I drive by it, I want to throw a Molotov cocktail at it.
Why?
Yeah, I hate Gymtown.
Why?
They're our rival, like our biggest rival. Like in the 90s,
I think that's more speaks to how trash Bremen is.
In the 90s, the Bremen-Gymtown rivalry made ESPN's top 10 rivalries for all sports in the entire country.
Did you ever get in fights?
No, not while I was there.
Did you beat them all 4 years?
No. Only beat them 2. My junior and senior year. My junior year was the first time we beat them in like 28 games.
See, I wish I had that. You know who our rivals were? Memorial.
I mean...
Over a mangy lion, which no one wanted.
What? You're going to need to explain that to me.
There was a trophy thing. That whoever won the football game between Central and Memorial...
See, I wish I had that.
No, you don't. It's ugly. No one cares.
All right, anyway.
When I tell you the best sport that we had when I was there was soccer... I mean, our baseball team went to state a couple years ago.
My sophomore year, we won 1 game in the regular season.
In football?
Yeah. It was our homecoming game.
At least you won when it mattered, right?
Yeah, you could say that. During the Thursday, or it was the Thursday before our homecoming game, we had a big bonfire, right? And everybody goes out, and the soccer team gets up on stage to do a skit or something.
Oh, gosh.
And they all take off their coats, and it says, best football team in town.
Did you cry?
No.
Did you beat up some soccer players?
You
You tried, but you couldn't catch them because they run forever?
Listen, no. But
soccer's a lot of running, dog.
My favorite debate, it was on the Stephen Colbert show, okay? He has these 2 guys on, and they're debating on sports in general. And there's a soccer guy and then other sports guy. The soccer guy goes, the average midfielder runs 7 miles a match. They're unbelievable athletes. And the other guy goes, I don't pay to go watch Kobe Bryant jog. And I was like, yes. Anyway.
Can we talk about how America was like, yeah, I know how the rest of the world calls it football, but our football is better. And you're playing soccer. And you're like, no, it's football. He's like, yeah, but it's soccer. You kick it with your foot. Shut up. Sometimes we kick it with our foot.
I don't even care about that. It's football, and then there's football, and you can have it.
I get why people get so excited when a goal gets scored
because it's the only thing happened.
Something finally happens.
Do you know? But that comes from people who don't watch soccer. Like if somebody broke down soccer film, I saw one time, and that was
no. You can break it down all you want. All I see is a lot of running.
And you have midfielders. So those are the people who don't go to the other side of the field. They stay at midfield. You have strikers.
I want to be a goalie.
No, you do not.
I want to dive around with gloves on. I just want to feel special because I'm the only one that's allowed to touch the ball with my hands. Soccer's terrible. I played it when I was like a little bitty until I watched...
Never played it.
Fun fact... I watched football. The first game I watched was Broncos versus the Packers in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, good game to start with.
And and I was like, I want to do that.
I've always been football because my family was football, but soccer's just...
Then my dad got me into baseball.
Like literally, actually, I would rather watch paint dry
than play soccer or watch soccer.
Than watch it.
Anything? Yeah. And it gets worse.
Because I can get like 3 different colors of paint and see which dries first.
Grown people go out on the weekends and just play pickup soccer.
I know a guy who does that.
That is insanity.
Bro.
You have some patience,
So
my friend.
you know, like, imagine this, right? So we have a football game.
Yeah.
During a presidential election. The winner of the soccer game decides who's the president. Like, it has real political value in those places.
Bro.
They start actual riots over soccer games.
Bro.
At one point, if Ronaldo wanted to leave Barcelona or wherever he was, they would have to bankrupt the country to pay him.
Yeah.
That's not hyperbole. That's fact.
That's legit.
That's not a punchline. That's real fact.
That's
if he wanted to leave the team, they would bankrupt the entire country to pay him.
Remember when we were talking about, was a couple weeks ago, that LeBron, when he left Cleveland, it bankrupted his city?
Well, he could. Well, no. When he came back, they made an influx of $500 million.
Yeah, but I'm saying when he left, he took all the money with him, essentially.
Well, yeah.
That's a city. That's not a country.
Country of Spain.
Don't get me wrong. Like World Cup time, I kind of tune in.
You don't care.
I tune in just to see.
Did you know the World Cup's gonna be held in the United States the next time there's a World Cup?
Cool.
Yeah, did you know there was a World Cup this year? I think, right? Was there a World Cup?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Then the women played. The women.
Is that what that was?
It. Yeah, right. I think so.
They did, and that was cool. Listen,
because we talked about it because Alex Morgan got they Was it Alex Warren with the cup of tea?
Yeah, she did it. That was amazing.
That wasn't her. No, that wasn't her.
But it was one of the girls on the soccer team.
Yeah.
See, you're jogging the memories. We've had a lot of episodes, so I forget what we've talked
16's not a lot, fella.
about.
No.
It's not?
Not really.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey. We were talking...
Well, it's 15 weeks, really.
Right, yeah.
So
we were talking about divisions in football.
We were.
Let's finish up the NFC East.
I honestly think the Cowboys are probably going to win it.
In my heart. But here's the thing.
You don't want them to win it.
No. But the Eagles play them twice. Okay? There's hope. Okay? And also the Eagles are my Super Bowl team. I kind of need them to do some stuff.
Listen, so if this year it's the Patriots versus the Cowboys, what happens in the Super Bowl? What is the Skip just...
He will root for the Cowboys, but he knows they're going to lose. He said at the beginning when he made a Super Bowl pick that it was going to be Cowboys-Patriots. This year, the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl and lose to the Patriots. The next year, they win the Super Bowl.
Whatever. Anyway, if Tom Brady wins the 7th ring before he retires, I'm going to blow my mind. And I mean with a gun.
My heart just hurts with the idea, the potential, the possibility,
That means he'll have more rings than Michael Jordan.
Bro, can we talk about how blasphemous and absolutely ungodly it is that Skip Bayless, who claims to be a God-fearing man, says the words, Tom Brady is the Michael Jordan of football.
Whatever. He's so full of shit.
Bro, that is
I think, you know what Skip's problem is? He's constipated. He's so full of shit.
He spews so much of it every day, I'm surprised. He's got diarrhea of the mouth.
It's coming out the wrong way, dog. You don't feel good, so he's grumpy. Makes terrible decisions.
His little tum-tum hurt. Oh, man. What the...
All right, so is there anything else we want to talk about?
Spider-Man's back in the MCU. We can't talk about it a ton.
For a movie.
For one movie.
One movie.
Yep.
For right now.
It was, I believe...
I think they want to see what it looks like. I think they want to see what the deal is, how much money they're going to make.
All of it.
What the split is. Like I think Sony wants to see how much money they pull off.
Before, Sony got... It was 90-10. Sony got 90% of movie revenue. Marvel got 10%. But Marvel got 100% of merchandise. This time, Marvel still gets 100% of the merchandise. I think Sony took less. I think Sony gets 70-30 money from movies.
So I think that what they're trying to do is they're trying to get Venom into the MCU, right?
I don't think Venom's an MCU character, though.
It's like Deadpool.
Although
I don't think Deadpool is either.
Not MCU when you think about it. He can be a...
No. And you know
what I was thinking? Who made Wolverine? But it was Sony too.
No. It's Fox.
It wasn't Marvel.
Yeah. So here's my thing. I think you literally take Deadpool, and if you want to have him interact with any other superheroes, you bring them to him.
Yes.
So if you want to see him with Spider-Man, you take Tom Holland and you put him in a Deadpool movie.
Talk about that's my dream.
What?
A Deadpool Spider-Man movie?
Nope, that's not mine. You know what mine is. Say it to yourself. I want Deadpool with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Listen.
But I don't
spoil it.
But I don't
some people haven't seen all the Wolverine movies.
What? No.
I'm just saying.
You mean Logan?
Yeah.
You're going to cry.
Duh. Can I tell you something real quick? No spoilers, okay?
That's the whole reason why I don't want him to come back. Because Logan was such a beautiful end.
It's perfect. But here's the thing. Listen. I know that the whole conversation that is going to happen is, why did you make me watch this movie? Is what I think is going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Like, I honestly think that it might put our marriage in jeopardy.
Because you're going to have to pause it halfway through so she can make it through the one.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the end, she's going to look at you like, you are a monster.
like, I honestly fear for my life. Like, we haven't watched any more of those movies because...
She's probably going to punch you and then hug you after that.
No, there's no. I might honestly be in trouble. Anyway, football. I'm going to go with my heart, not my head, and I say the Eagles win this division.
Yeah, you don't think that I don't think that Dallas can maintain the momentum without getting Zeke involved.
Here's my thing. It's not even... My head tells me Dak has improved whether I like it or not. That's clear. He has gotten better.
He's gotten better.
He's not MVP, but he's gotten significantly better.
He's still not top 15 quarterback.
Tons of weapons.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's definitely top 15. He might crack the top 10. He's gotten the weapons. They appear to be doing a better job coaching. It all appears that way, and their schedule has been favorable. My head says the Cowboys can win enough games to win this division. My heart says
Here's
the
my
Eagles
question
are
for
do
you
it.
for Dallas. How much longer does Jason Garrett go as head coach without winning in the playoffs? This year?
Season.
You think that's it?
If he does not make
I
it
get
to,
that Jerry Jones loves him. I really do. He's come out and
does.
said that. I understand. But at the same time, you have to put that love aside and realize
This is
he's
the
not
last-
what you need.
This is the last chance, because what's going to happen is if Dallas, the most talented roster they have a new offensive coordinator. If they don't make the playoffs, he's fired after the season. If they make the playoffs, he has to win more than two.
He has to
games.
at least go to like the
Championship.
divisional round.
No. He has to go to the NFC Championship game. If
So
he
essentially,
gets
the
there,
Cowboys are NFC Championship. They're Super Bowl or bust right now, right?
not
Like where they're going to blow it up, but I'm saying like
their Super Bowl or bust is that's what they think they can do this year. Okay,
Super Bowl or bust for Jason Garrett to keep his
Garrett keeps his job if they make it to the championship game and perform well. Okay,
if they lose because the other team just outplays them.
right, he'll buy himself another year. Right, if they go to the Super Bowl, he's safe. If they don't, it's how they perform in the playoffs. If they don't go to the playoffs, he's fired. But I think I believe Carson Wentz is more talented. He's played better, even though he doesn't have all the numbers that Dak does, just mostly because his receivers can't catch the ball.
Yeah.
I think he gets Deshaun Jackson back this week. Alshon Jeffrey gets an extra long week to recover. I think the Eagles can do it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I think that I think Jason Garrett's probably gone regardless this year.
No. He's going to make it through the season, I think.
No, that's what I mean. After the end of the year, I think he's gone. Because I don't think the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. I don't think the Cowboys make it that far in the playoffs. I mean, I give them to the divisional round, and that's it. Because the Cowboys do what the Cowboys do best. They fall apart in the playoffs.
But did you know in last year's divisional round, Dak Prescott outplayed Jared Goff?
Did he?
Yeah, his QBR was 84 and Jared Goff had a 60.
Who played in the Super Bowl?
Oh, Jared Goff.
Who sat at home and watched it? Rain, right?
Yeah.
Rain was at home. Okay. That's all that matters.
I agree.
I don't care about QBRs.
Dude, did you know he had the blasphemy, the unmitigated gall to say, I don't care about the numbers, I only care about the results. That came out of his mouth this week.
But you lost, though.
No, but he's saying, what I'm saying is, he wasn't he was talking about something else entirely. But he said those words. But he uses the fact that Dak outplays Aaron Rodgers every time they play because of QBR, but Aaron Rodgers is 2-1 against Dak.
It doesn't match.
Right.
Whatever.
Just like everything else he says. Anyway, I think that's wrap it up.
I mean, unless you got something else you want to say.
I mean, I've got plenty I can say, but I think we should wrap it up. Call it a week.
I think we need to give you an easy editing week after last week.
Yeah, it was rough. Anyway, thanks for listening. Another episode.
Follow us on Twitter,
Facebook, YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Last week's episode not going to be on YouTube because of the editing issues.
Oh, my lordy.
I apologize about that. Anyway, we have our third co-host. Welcome back. Hi, Squish. She smiles.
She smiled.
She's working on the talking. Anyway, it was. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
No!
Later.